Hello and welcome back to the next episode of the Sporting Lisbon Challenge. Today we've got the season finale for you, and you'll see I've actually finished the league campaign. We did finish in third position, 10 points off Benfica, which was, we all kind of thought that. Benfica not dropping a point in like the final half of the season. In the league anyway. Yeah, look at that. Look at all those wins. That is ridiculous. Last time they dropped a point was the 18th of January in the league. That is just ridiculous. That's the kind of team we're dealing with though. We've got to topple them at some point. 1 point off Porto, who finished in second position. A little bit annoying because our objective was to finish in second place. So the end of our season kind of looks like this. Disappointing 1-0 defeat to Martimo and a 0-0 draw against Fiera there kind of ruined us really. However, I do have a longer episode for you today because we do have the PT Cup final against Leixus, and we've also got a Europa League final against Bayern Munich. We did manage to get to the final of that competition. Quite an easy run-in in it for us. We did get Standard Liège, then Celtic, kind of narrowly scraping through each round actually. Feyenoord again 1-0 on aggregate, and then Club Bruges again 1-0 on aggregate. A penalty that was as well in that home leg. I think one big issue that impacted our league form is, look at the quick succession all these games are coming in. The Europa League totally killed us, I think, and it I think our players were constantly needing rest as well, and it was really bad. We did have to get a real good use out the squad. This is the squad at the moment. As you can see, that loads of players featuring quite a lot of times because we had so many games to play, and so much rotation was needed. But shout out to Luis Felipe, by the way. 40 goals in all competitions, 53 games in total, 30 goals and 34 league appearances, which is pretty phenomenal, although about maybe 7 of those are probably penalties, but still, what a fantastic return from him. He has been fantastic. But we do have the cup final, which is actually tomorrow. I thought it was on this current day, so I'll join you in a second when I pick the team. This is the lineup we're going for. Renan Ribeiro in goal. He's just come back from a wee injury that kept him out for a month or two. I think this is his second game back. We do have Rosier in at right back, Coates and Mathieu at centre back. This will be one of Mathieu's last game for the club before he joins Reims. We've got Borja in at left back, Idrissa Doumbia in at the ball winning fielder role, Bruno Fernandes in centre midfield alongside Matthias Oliveira, who is recently kept Vendel out of the team just because of his great performances. As you can see, his last 5 games he's averaging an 8.06 match rating, which is very good indeed. Vieto on that right wing, quite good goal contributions for us this year, but he is very average, and these two winger positions are areas I would like to strengthen the team in. We do have Marcos Acuna there on the left wing as well, who I will change to a winger as we get into the game, and the goal machine Luis Felipe up top. And the tactic is still unchanged. We are still going with that tiki-taka system that we've been going for pretty much the whole season now. But we do play a team in the division below, so I do fully expect to win. I will be furious if we don't win this. And of course, one of our objectives is to win silverware, and this would certainly tick that off and hopefully keep us in a job with us failing to meet the board's league expectation. And you have to say Bayern Munich, you would imagine strong favourites for that Europa League final, which we shall show after this game. But an early chance here, Luis Felipe, we take the lead around about the 30-second mark, and we're off to a flyer really, off to an absolute flyer before I could even change Acuna's position to a winger. Fantastic stuff. I do expect us to get a few goals today. I'll be very disappointed if we don't. And we're looking for our second already. Less than 4 minutes on the clock. Acuna cutting in field. the ball's out to Vieto on this right hand side in a crossing position. He does, back to Acuna at the back post, and we're 2-0 up inside 5 minutes. And I think it's fair to say we should be winning this cup. Makes a bit of a change. We have had a few episodes where there's not been too many goals, so hopefully we can see plenty of action this game. Hopefully that's the case. I think going forward to next season, there has been a bit of interest in Bruno Fernandes as well again. Chelsea, Juventus and Real Madrid all sniffing around, but I'm still unsure what to do with him. His contract does run out, and he's got another 2 years left to run on his contract, which would be when this kind of challenge ends. So I'm kind of tempted to just maybe make his contract run out, but I'm still in two minds. I mean, a very good transfer bid could sway me to sell. But back to the gameplay, we are 20 minutes in here. We have got another highlight here as we start from the back. The goalkeeper to Mathieu to the left wing, and we're gradually moving the ball further up the pitch. I think that's one thing that kind of maybe hinders us, is we do move the ball a bit too slowly. But Bruno Fernandes strikes from the edge of the area and he makes it 3-0 up inside the first 21 minutes. We're flying, and I can't believe this team beat Porto in the semi-finals. Unbelievable. We are into the final 10 minutes of the first half, and we do have another highlight here. Throw in deep in their half. Bruno Fernandes passing the ball around the box, and that took a massive deflection and it goes just wide. I haven't really looked to see any more potential signings from a centre back that I showed you an episode or two ago maybe. We make it for Luis Felipe with his 42nd goal of the season. I mean, originally I was thinking he's an alright player, he'll do us for this season, but I can maybe try and bring him better next year. But I mean, he has just been phenomenal this year, and he will most certainly be leading the line for us next year. And I'm quite excited to see what kind of transfer budget we do get. I know the club is still in a lot of debt, but I'm hoping if we can get something like 20 million to spend, which I don't think we will. I think we'll probably be getting around 8 or something. But I think 20 million to spend would be a decent amount, and I think I could definitely improve a few areas of the squad that I want to. There's also a lot of kind of dross that's currently out on loan. So wow, really? I mean, I can't believe that. Rosier got the ball there, probably about the penalty spot, and yet he still somehow managed to take about 3 touches and dribble it into the back of his own net. What the hell has just happened there? Luckily enough, we are 4-1 up, or I would have been raging. If that was an important goal, like an equaliser, or to give them the lead, I would have been furious. Instantly subbed them off as well. That is just crazy stuff. But thankfully, that is not the situation. And we do come forward again here, looking for a quick reply to show our dominance again, and it's Felipe again. Borja with the assist this time. I'm going to make a few subs, give a few players a run out, because we do have a big Europa League game, Europa League final coming up. So we're going to rest some of our key players, and do you know what, I am going to bring off Rosier. He's booked, and that awful mistake is just inexcusable, absolutely inexcusable. As we approach the final half an hour here, 13 shots to their 1, 5-1 is the scoreline. The team is performing very well indeed, and I've got a feeling this could become quite an embarrassing result for our opponents here if they don't sort things out defensively. Although I do imagine could be the biggest game in this club's history, because I don't recognise the team name at all, and I mean, playing in the second tier, I mean, it's some achievement for them. Like, fair play to them. I've not got the second league loaded in Portugal, so I can't actually see where they are in the league. But it will be interesting to see if they'll be in the Liga NOS next year, in the top tier of Portuguese football. One thing I do quite like actually is all the good players for other teams in this league. We can pick them up for quite cheap, because we are the kind of one of the big dogs in this league. So that might be something I'll look at in the transfer window. but I really only want to be bringing in players that kind of we go straight into the starting 11. I feel like we've definitely got a very decent team that could finish top 3 each season, but it's all about bringing in players that can push us onto that next level. As Felipe gets his hat-trick, 10 minutes remain, it's 6-1, 44, I mean, what a player. What a player. I mean, his stats aren't even that great, really. I mean, it's only his finishing, his penalties, work rate, strength and natural fitness he's got in the greens. Very good player nonetheless. 26 years old as well, going into his prime years. Hopefully he can give us more of the same next season and the season after, should he still be here. As he gets his 4th of the game, it's 7-1. Oh wow. I kind of feel sorry for the opponents at this point of the match. But the game is almost over. And what an emphatic victory this will be in the cup final to give us our first piece of silverware. We're actually going to get a penalty here. We're actually going to get a penalty here, a chance to make it 8, and it should be Luis Felipe on this. Although I don't recognise him by squad number, so we will have to wait and see. It is Felipe looking for 4, and he tucks it away. No mercy from the Brazilian, no mercy at all. That's 3 very late goals we got there. I think 3 in the last 10 minutes basically there. But what a result, what a performance, and deserved winners. Oh shit. I never realised the Bayern game was so close. Fuck. Probably should have rested some more players there. Okay. We'll see what fitness is like with that. The board are loving it. One thing I do actually need to sort out is a contract, because I believe a contract is up at the end of the season. Oh no, it's not. We've still got a few years left. Oh, that's surprising. I thought every new save you did, it just gave you 1 year. Oh well, good. That's good news. I'll join you back in a second for the team news for the Bayern Munich game. So here we go. It is an unchanged lineup for this Europa League final. Rosier luckily keeps his place in the squad, and yeah, it is an unchanged team. It is. But we look at this Bayern Munich side. Pavard playing at right back, Nicholas Süle and Mortz in at centre back. Looks like he's not a real player. David Alaba at left back, Joshua Kimmich in the defensive midfield role, Tolisso and Müller in centre midfielder, Koeman on the right, Coutinho on the left, and Lewandowski up top. A very, very good side indeed. And Bayern Munich, strong favourites for this one. Just change Acuna's position to a winger again. I'm going to drop this back to positive as well. So a move I have been doing against the bigger teams, and as Coates scores a belter. That's the 6th goal of the season, straight from the off, 4 minutes in, corner kick, finds its way to Coates, who blasts it home. But worryingly, we do have another highlight straight off the back of that, and Bayern Munich probably won't be beaten easily. It'll be a much tougher game than that last game. But who knows, if we can nick a second, who knows what can happen. It's Felipe. He goes around the centre back. He's working his way into the Bayern penalty area. It's a really tight angle to shoot, and he's won a penalty. I think we've just won a penalty. It's going to VAR, but I'm sure this will be given as a penalty. And what an incredible start to this game, if it is. I mean, Luis Felipe, he's not missed. I think he's missed maybe 1 penalty this season, and it has been a while, so he probably is due a penalty miss. Please don't miss this. Pray for us. Luis Felipe to make it 2-0. Yes, get in. We're 2-0 up, less than 7 minutes in. I can't believe this. I mean, the commentary down the bottom says Bayern have a mountain to climb, but I mean, do I change anything? It's too early. I feel it's too early to change anything. But I feel like I need to. I feel like Bayern Munich can come back from this. As Vieto comes down our right hand side, crossing position, back to Rosier. Can he make up for his own goal in the last game? And Vieto's got a third. He's got us a third. I can't believe this. 12 minutes in, we've had 3 shots. We are beating Bayern Munich 3-0. I can't believe this. Now, I'm just going to put time wasting on sometimes, and I'm going to be more expressive off. I mean, it's not even more of a defensive change, really, but I just want to try and keep Bayern Munich at arm's length. I mean, if we throw away a 3-goal lead, then that is just brutal. I mean, we should just end the save right now if that happens. But so far, so good. No Bayern highlight as of yet. And speak of the devil, Alaba long ball up, looking for Lewandowski. It's found its way to Coman, and what a fantastic stop. I thought Lewandowski was going to poke home the rebound, but that was not the case. Ribeiro doing enough to save that Coman one-on-one shot. And with 10 minutes to go into the end of the first half, we're kind of looking quite, I was about to say comfortable, but Bayern Munich to score. I'm telling you, they're going to score. Coman's in. Ribeiro again, what a fantastic stop. Coman is just not getting the rub of the green in this match so far, but I do feel like at halftime I'm going to change something. I'm going to kind of look to see out a 3-0 victory, although that could be a very dangerous game if they got an early goal. Let me think. What can I be doing? I mean, I'm thinking about halftime. We're not there yet, and Bayern Munich come forward again. I feel like the game has definitely changed. I think we had 5 shots to Bayern Munich's 2 at one point, but they've definitely upped the game. As Coman another shot wide, not as big a chance as the previous 2 Yaz missed. Do we have a chance to get a fourth? Oh, Felipe, that's the man you would have wanted on the end of it as well. Half time, it is 3-0. The match stats suggest it has been an even game. I had the fear that complacent line wouldn't have worked because we are 3-0 up. But I do feel I need to change. I'm going to go defensive. I'm going to go. Oh, we don't want that infrequently. I'm going to go for that. Went to defensive just for that extra security. Coates having a belting game at centre back, looking after Lewandowski with ease at the moment, and obviously that first goal to kick things off for us. The first highlight of the second half has occurred in the 52nd minute, and it's us in possession with the ball. Borja running to his left hand side. He's got loads of space to cross into, and it's 4. I can't believe it. And it's the man of the moment, Luis Felipe. 5 goals in 2 games. No, 6 goals in 2 games in cup finals. I mean, you can't say this man is not a big game player. Cue me to look at his scout report and dreads big matches. Is it there? Enjoys big matches. There we go. What a legend. Luis Felipe makes it 4-0, and surely Bayern can't catch us now. I mean, we are cruising to this Europa League victory, and that will of course ensure Champions League football next season, which is a bit of a relief actually. I mean, if we were going to participate in the Europa League next year, due to us finishing 3rd in the league, I think I would have kind of sacked off pretty early, like just fielded second string sides, because I feel like it did hinder our league performances massively this season. But Tolisso has got a goal back for Bayern Munich, so maybe I am speaking a bit too prematurely. 15 minutes ago, it is still a big ask for Bayern Munich, even to take this game to extra time. I'm going to bring on some fresh legs. So Wendell, who's recently lost his place in the team, is going to come on for Oliveira. I do want to bring on some more fresh legs. What I'm going to do, I'm going to bring on Fernando for Acuna, change him to inside forward. Fernando's form has dipped off massively. I mean, that attacking midfield left position really has been a struggle for most of the season. I'm bringing off Coates there for what I'm assuming is a man of the match performance. I noticed his match rating was in the 9s. It was a 9.0 match rating, so I do feel like this game is dead and buried. But 4 minutes of normal time remaining. We did get the ball in the box there, looking for a 5th, but it was headed away. Bayern Munich get a second here, I mean, it will be proper squeaky bum time as Perisic works his way into the box, but looks like he hits the outside of the post. We're going to go on frequently for time wasting and hope that we run out as 4-1 winners here. Bayern Munich up the game a lot the second half, getting loads of shots, but not good enough chances to be troubling us too much. And the Sporting Lisbon players will be celebrating on the pitch right there, but because we are in 2D, we don't get to see it. But believe me, they're down there celebrating. We have done a cup double this year, and I mean, you've got to say it's been quite a good season. If this was a normal save, it's been a good season. But the fact we are going for that league title, 10 points off, massive room for improvement. But who knows? Let's see. Have we got a budget or anything for next season? Okay, the board, everyone's happy, everyone's loving it. Coates with the man of the match there. We have qualified for the Champions League, and we've got 11 million to spend and a 500k wage budget. Now, I notice we are committed spending just under 400, so if that's gone up to almost, well, it has gone up to almost 500, that's a lot of wage budget manoeuvring room. And I'm just thinking, if I can trim off a lot of this dead wood, like most of these players out on loan just now, I do kind of want to get rid of because they're just not good enough. Like Diaby here, Pedro Mendes, Nunes, Silva, like pretty much all of them. If I can get them off the wage bill and bring in some transfer kitty, hopefully I can get this number up close to the 20 million mark, and that would definitely give us something more reasonable to work with. But that is the end of this episode, and it has been a long one because we've had 2 fantastic games in here, 2 cup finals, 2 victories. And if you're enjoying the series, please leave a like, and hopefully you'll join me for the next one, where I'll go through all the transfers we do over the pre-season, and we'll look to win the league next year. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.